the great issues of life really flow from the heart. It's out of the heart that we deal with the issues of life. We find victory or defeat really are in our hearts. What's in our hearts? We find purpose and meaning, joy and peace, or discouragement and despair. All are heart issues. And so God looks on our heart. He doesn't just look at the outward appearance. And the Bible says that David was a man after God's own heart. And God used David in a mighty way. And one of the reasons was he had a heart after God. Now, he was just like you and me. He had his faults, he had his failures, but in his heart, he was after God. And I can tell you this. I can tell you that there are a lot of people I've met throughout my life, and I've seen some people really, boy, they get going and they're going great guns, and then all of a sudden you find out, man, they've gone to the wayside. Then there's others that, kind of starting slowly and they go great. And what's the difference? The difference is, in longevity, is what's in our hearts, because what's in your heart is eventually going to come out. And if you want to really let your life count for God and Christ, then you're going to have to make sure that what's in your heart is pure, that your heart is set upon God. 2 Chronicles chapter 16 and verse 9 says that the eyes of the Lord go to and fro throughout the whole earth to show himself mighty on behalf of those whose hearts are perfect towards him. In other words, a person who's done just what David did, who set his heart upon God and said, oh God, I want to know you. And that kind of person, God will bless. God will show himself mighty on behalf of that kind of person. Now, that doesn't mean that person will never fail. That doesn't mean that person will never go astray. But if that person's heart is right, God will bring that person back. God will keep that person on the path, and that person will see God do great and mighty things. So I want to ask you a question. Not what your position of ministry is, not where you're at and all kinds of work for God, but I want to ask you this. What's your heart like? If you've got the right heart, if your heart is correct, then you will see God do great and mighty things. So today, why don't you take some time, just ask God to search your heart and to show you what's on his heart and to make you a man or a woman after his own heart. If you'll do that, you'll see him do great and mighty things.